Hey everyone, welcome to our next Facebook Live. I'm Mike McClary. This is fellow co-creator of Amazing Selling Machine, Rich Henderson. Probably already knew that, but thank you for joining us today. It is 1 p.m., I think October the 17th in Austin, Texas. And we're live on this call today because we wanted to bring on two of our ASM mentors. They're two incredible sellers, very, very helpful. They love doing what they're doing. They both sold so much in their businesses, and they also want to help as many people as possible, which is why we absolutely want to I'm hearing myself talk here right now. That's totally okay. It's all good. So they have been involved in ASM for a long time now, not only building their own businesses, but also helping out so many of our members. They've seen thousands of our members come through. So we wanted to bring them onto this call because today, you may have not have seen this. If you're on this right now and you haven't checked your email yet, you may not have seen a very, very special bonus that we have just announced that is good for anyone signing up for ASMX. And I'll give you a hint. I will tell you about it later. It has to do with getting some private mentoring, which is why we want to bring on Ann and Tracy today to talk a little bit about what they've done in their businesses, what they've done as mentors, and also if they maybe have even given or receiving coaching in the past. So first, I want to bring on Ann and Tracy. Or Rich, you want to take it over and talk with them?
Sure. Yeah. We'll start with Ann, as she is our newest mentor out of the two people on the screen. We actually have just invited two new mentors into the group. So if we start with Ann, any of you watching, you've probably seen her already. We have been showing a lot of her on videos recently. So to start off with Ann, how long have you been selling on Amazon?
Actually, today is my 1-year anniversary of selling on Amazon. My products arrived to...
Hold on 1 second, Ann.
Whoop.
How are we gonna do this, Michael? Mute the microphone. You're not picking up feedback.
Yeah, you can play it there.
You're fine.
I'm good.
Hold on 1 second, Ann. Yes, we are.
How are we going to do this, Michael?
Muted in Facebook. Oh my God.
So Rich has never really done any of these live calls, apparently, or anything like that. So Ann and Rich.
Yes, I haven't asked you this question already, honestly. How long have you been selling on Amazon?
Today is actually my 1-year anniversary selling on Amazon. My inventory arrived, thank you. My inventory arrived October 17th, 2017.
Cool. And so we might start a bit of an argument here. Mm-hmm. How long have you been a mentor?
Ooh, when did I start? It was right after the last live event. So that was in April 2018. So I guess I started in May.
So about 6 months.
Yeah.
Altogether, right? So the reason there might be an argument is, Ann, we keep saying that Ann was our fastest ever member who we invited into the ASM Mentor Program. But someone on this call might dispute that. Tracy keeps saying to me, I'm sure I got invited quicker. So we'll let them fight about that later. So when you were a member, if you can think back, the entire year, what benefit do you think you got from, having the ASM mentors to help you?
Oh, huge benefit. I mean, from the mentors and also just in general from the community of all the other members. I think that the members oftentimes, except for Tracy, who's the queen mentor and she knows everything, but and her answers are always the best. But the other members help a lot as well, and there are members who've been doing things for a long time, or the people in your class who might have just gone through what you're going through, and so they have a similar experience. But for me, I was a corporate lawyer, and then I worked in tourism. I had never done not one single sales position in my life, nothing on the internet. I can't do anything with design, photo editing, using any kind of ad, marketing, any of that. So I had literally zero relevant experience to put toward this business. And whenever I got confused, which was a lot, I posted. And it's awesome because people help you out right away. And I think then it was because I had so many questions that I ended up getting really involved in the community, because I had questions and then they got answered. And then exactly like I was just saying, someone else, I would see that someone else posted a question and say, hey, I just figured this out. And then I realized how fun it was to be interacting with people, and you know, making friends. And I really honestly have made some really amazing friends through this program, which has been almost as exciting as the money.
What? Whoa. Wait a minute. So making friends with me and Mike, that's less exciting than making money?
I mean, you know, you guys are pretty amazing, but no, I'm just kidding. The friends come first. Screw the money. Who needs it?
There you go. So in case you're wondering, if you're going to be joining ASM shortly, that's how you become a mentor. You basically say really nice things to me and Mike. That's how you become a mentor. But yeah, so basically the mentors, because obviously if you haven't seen any of our previous calls, they're basically members that have their own businesses, and then we invite them because they're really helpful in the community. What Anne's saying there is that because she had her questions answered, it meant that when she saw that someone else asking the same question, she then jumped in and asked and answered it for them. So that's the kind of thing we look for all the time. We're looking for people, you know, who give back. And that's what all the ASM mentors are, you know, and what they're really good at. Because being in this business and not having someone to go to and like to help you, it just makes things a lot more difficult. So what made you want to be a mentor?
Well, kind of exactly what you just said. I had so many people help me, and then my business took off, and it was just so exciting, and I was so happy about everything. And I just wanted to help people have the same success. I think, you know, that happens with most things in life. You know, anytime that you're really happy or things are going really well for you, you just want the same for everybody else, because you want to bring everybody else up to where you are. And, you know, it's true. I had so much help. There were times when I was really confused trying to set up, you know, Facebook ads or whatever. And other people literally saved my life and saved me hours and hours of frustration at my computer. So, yeah, to have the opportunity to be able to give back and to help other people is amazing. And you know, when you see someone hits their 10K badge or their 25K per month badge, I mean, the feeling, it's like having your own kids do it. You know, it's just so exciting, and you're like, yeah, we're all doing it together. So it's awesome.
Yeah, that's because we feel the same way. If, you know, when we see any of the members achieve milestones, you feel so happy for them. You feel pride. But all our mentors like have that same attitude. And I think it is, not everyone's born to be a mentor. These two guys on this call definitely were, because they do want to help as much as like they work on their own business. I mean, both of them have hugely successful businesses that they have to work on like a lot. I mean, yet they still find time. They still find time to actually come in and help other members. So I guess the last question really is, what type of things do you see from members, especially early on, maybe, that, you know, are, you know, small problems that the mentors can help with?
I think the main thing early on is product selection. That's also the question. You know, I have had quite a few friends of mine and family members who've joined ASM or who've asked me about joining the course. And the main question that I always get asked is, did you know what you were going to sell? Like, I can't do this. You knew what you were going to sell. I have no idea. I had no idea. I never even considered it on the day that I signed up, what working online before. And the whole first module is on product selection, and product selection is time consuming. It's, you know, the most important kind of first decision that you make. And I think a lot of people just have questions. There's so many products to go through. And, you know, everybody wants to stretch the criteria. ASM, it's, you know, they give a really detailed set of these are the things you should look for. And everybody kind of wants to go, well, but what about this? And I mean, you know, it's your business. You can do whatever you want. But the reason that we have these guidelines is because these are proven to succeed, and we want you to succeed. But I think product selection is the main thing. And in that sense, you know, oftentimes it's also just cheerleading people, saying, you can do it. You know, I know it's a long process, but keep going, because when you get there, then you're there and it's over and you can move on. The other thing I think people ask about a lot is shipping, because there can be a lot of steps in the shipping process. To which we say, Mike McClary can answer that question. But, you know, everything, you just got to go through step by step, and you can't skip any of the steps. But if you do it, you know, 1, 2, 3 to 100, you're going to get there. And we're there to support you until you do. And even after you do.
Yep. Perfect answer, because that's literally exactly what the mentors are there. You know, they're there to help you with a technical question, but they're also there just to like keep you going. You know, it's incredible. You see some of the posts in there and you see members thanking them. And a lot of the time it's just, you know, thank you, Anne, or thank you, Tracy, for keeping me going. Like I was faltering or whatever. And like you're being there and helping and like answering our questions and just geeing us up, basically. Help me go through. So thank you so much, Anne. Don't go away. We might have some more questions for you. But I think I'm going to let Mike interrogate Tracy now.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Anne. Tracy, welcome to the call as well. And I'm going to start with the exact same question. Like, I've known you for a while. I know these answers, but I don't know if everyone watching this knows. So how long have you been selling on Amazon now?
We started selling on Amazon, our first product, on June 10th of 2015.
All right. And you've been mentoring now for a while, right?
Yeah. So let's clarify what Rich was saying. I started in May with ASM of 2015. And then in end of August of 2015, I was asked to join the mentor program. But Rich doesn't count me because he wasn't the first to ask me.
Yes, but
you put me forward for the community helper, so you get bumped back up to being the first to ask me. So I've been mentoring since end of August of 2015.
Okay, awesome. And you mentioned something. So you actually were one of our community helpers. And so for anyone watching this who's not yet a member of Amazing Selling Machine, first off, you should be. But once you become a member of Amazing Selling Machine, we have live weekly coaching calls. And on those calls, we also like to reward our members. So when we recognize that our people that are members are out there and giving back as much as they're also getting out of the community, we give you a shout out as a community helper of the week. You get a special badge inside of your membership. But more than that, we also pick one person every week who gets a free one-on-one coaching call. And we've done that in the past. And again, these coaching calls are extremely limited because our mentors do not have a lot of time. They have their own families, their own businesses, all kinds of things that they have going on in their lives. So they just can't like provide a lot of one-on-one coaching. Tracy won one of those calls. And so I'm not going to say who it was with. We don't want to go there because everyone's going to say, that's the one I want. But Tracy, what did you get out of like one-on-one coaching when that happened?
A lot of different things, because it was all over our business and along with the course. Since it was a little bit early on for us when we took it, we were still working through the modules and learning. So ours was more what we wanted and asked for was a high level of looking at it down at this perspective of a business to understand, because we did have our first product already live by that time. And we actually had our second product. We were quite aggressive, myself and my business partner. So we had 2 going into 3 products live by the time of that call actually did occur. So we were kind of looking at it from an overall strategic position with that. And it was very beneficial because the person who we had the call with, and my lips are sealed, had been in the business for a while. And the information provided was extremely valuable to give us that business goal, strategy, outlook that we had wanted to put in place and keep us focused going in the right direction since we were taking an aggressive approach.
And then how have your results been since you've had that experience?
Good. They've been very well. We both have, myself and my business partner have business backgrounds and come from supply chain and business development and had done consulting before. This business was new to us totally. So even though we were in business fields before, the online e-commerce and marketing and Facebook, all that was new. I didn't even have a Facebook page of my own at that point. So understanding the strategy and the business perspective from this type of business was amazing. I mean, it was truly good to have that experience from another mentor that had been seasoned enough to just guide us in understanding, because like I said, it was totally different from where we had come from.
Awesome. Now, fast forward probably a year or so into the future, maybe even further past that, you've actually been able to be on the other end of that now. And like we said, on a limited time basis, there has been times we've awarded like community helper awards where they get a free coaching call. I know that Tracy's had a chance to be one of the people giving out some of these bonus coaching calls. So you've been able to give back that way. What do you see, like when you're doing this one-on-one coaching, what are the main issues people are having? Not issues, but what are the main questions they want to get out of a coaching call with you?
It's different, and it varies depending on their stages of their business. If it's a new person, a lot of times they want that comfort level, like Ann was talking about, product selection, or they're concerned about the next steps, depending on where they're at. If they're in the stage of getting, quality inspections for their product or looking at that, they may want to talk about that, what the approaches you would take in regards to your product and the quality, how to deal with suppliers, what about the shipping, and we go through those stages. There's stuff about keywords. It really varies depending on when that person opts to take that call and what they're struggling with. But what you see from most of the calls that I've done is that people want to have a call where where they feel that they don't have as much knowledge about it. So it's building on to what they already know and have done to help them become a, more fully trying to think more fully understanding the process of and how to get from point A to point B. Does that make sense?
No, that makes total sense. Again, we have everything's in the course. We have you guys, the mentors, you and all the other mentors out there, ourselves, other members. We're always in the community helping out. We have all the other tools that help. But, sometimes if you need that extra, boost of talking to someone one-on-one, that definitely helps. And that's exactly what I thought you were giving back. And I've heard great responses. I know that Tracy's also helped people with their listings. When we actually have someone who's struggling with their listing, what it looks like, she's one of the people who will kind of like raise her hand and say, I'll do that. I'll take a look at the titles, the images, their descriptions, their bullets, to give some feedback on that. We're actually, I can get to that secondly, we're giving that away as a bonus. And so there's lots of things we're doing in order to make ASMX the absolute best program ever. And again, the reason I wanted to bring on Tracy and Ann is because they're just two shining examples of all the mentors that we have. And today we made a surprise announcement. I can say this, like I swear that we did not have this plan more than just a day or two ago. This is something that we decided at the last minute. What can we do to make joining ASMX the best possible experience for anyone who's never sold on Amazon or online or done anything like this before? And we came up with, I'm going to put this up right now. We talked about yesterday, we threw in the ASMX 6-month buyback promise. And you may not be able to see this up here, and that's okay if you can't, because if you go to this link, asmnow.com/get-bonus, you'll actually be able to watch a video of Jason Katzenbach and I talking about this. And then you'll be able to go to the page that gives you all the details of this. But in addition to everything else we already came up with and gave you for ASMX, we already have the 30-day money-back guarantee. We already have the expert listing evaluation, things that Ann and Tracy and other mentors have already done before to review your product listing. And then yesterday, we announced the ASMX 6-month buyback promise, which means we will buy back your membership after 6 months beyond the normal 30-day guarantee, as long as you take the steps and launch your product and get your brand up and running. If you realize this business is not for you, we're going to buy back your membership. Anything you paid for ASM, we will refund you that amount. Now, there's some steps. Again, you'll need to read the details of that, because we're not, you need to make an effort. You got to find a product. You got to find a supplier. You got to launch your product and then actually try to make a few sales. If you do those simple steps in the timeline we give you, and it's 6 months, like you don't even got to do it before the course is over. You got to do that within 6 months. We will buy back your membership for you. And then we also decided yesterday on that announcement that not only are we going to cover you if you've realized this isn't right for you and give you back your ASMX membership, everything you paid for it, we're also going to pay you for up to $5,000 worth of whatever inventory that you bought but weren't able to sell. So if you don't think this is right for you and you realize you just weren't cut out for it and you're sitting with a couple $1,000s worth of inventory at the end of 6 months, we would also buy that from you, refund you for everything.
Totally nuts.
Yeah, it's
totally
crazy.
Nuts.
Like, it's awesome. It's like an unbelievable bonus that we're offering to everyone who's now joining ASMX. Okay. All right. Excellent.
So just in case you're worried, if you use the link that I posted and pinned in the comments, that's the correct link. I must have known.
So yeah, so it's asmnow.com/bonus. All right. So hopefully get that right.
By the way, that was Jason Katzenbach just coming in to tell Mike that he got it wrong.
That I made a mistake. Again, third time.
One each today.
Now, the one thing we have not announced yet on this call, but we did send out an email. There's a video about this going out right now that hopefully you're already, if you haven't seen it, hope you watch it. In addition to everything I just talked about, we're also going to pay for it to give every single ASMX member 2 free private coaching calls. Now, Ann and Tracy on this call, don't drop your jaws open. We're not saying that everyone's going to get you. I know they're like, they tricked me into coming on this call. No, it may be Ann, it may be Tracy, maybe one of our other mentors as well. You are going to get 2 live one-on-one coaching calls with one of our expert sellers and ASM mentors. Now, if you've already joined ASMX over the past week, don't worry, you're getting it. You don't have to be live on this call to get that. We're giving this to everyone who signs up for ASMX between now but only until the deadline of Friday night at midnight. When that happens and that clock ticks midnight and Pacific time on Friday, not only can you no longer get into ASMX, you also can't get all of these bonuses, including the 6-month buyback promise, including the inventory reimbursement up to $5,000, and including the 2 completely free one-on-one private coaching calls that we are paying. Ann and Tracy are not free. We have to pay them for their time. And so we will be covering that and paying for that coaching that you will get. And it's, there's a few minor stipulations. One minor stipulation, you have to watch the first module. We're sorry about that. We're actually going to make you watch 1 module worth of training because we don't want you to come in and say, train me. We want you to just watch the first module because in that module, you'll learn everything there is to know about product selection. And then if you still have questions, that's when you can get your first call. Then we'll assign you a mentor. We'll schedule those out so you can get live on Skype or in a Hangout or on Facebook or a phone, whatever it is, whatever's the easiest way for you and the mentor to work out, you'll get to talk with them. And then several weeks later, anytime you want after that, you'll also be able to get your next second call too. We recommend, you don't have to do this, but we recommend once your product is launched, that's the next time to use that second call. Because then you might think, what am I missing? What do I need to do to start going to get sales? That's when we recommend you get it. You don't have to listen to it. You can wait a few months out down the road if you want to. That's totally fine as well. But you will only be able to get this completely set of crazy bonuses if you sign up for ASMX by this Friday at midnight Pacific time. And I believe this link is now fixed. So you can actually, if you go in there and type in get bonus, so asmnow.com/get bonus, or the correct one, bonus, both of them will take you to the video where Jason and I explain these brand new bonuses that we just added on this week. We had not planned on doing it, but we threw them in this week because we know that those might be the last hurdle that's going to really make you realize that this is the right time. There is no other time to start building this business than right now. The sooner you do it, the sooner you can find your product, you can find your supplier, you can launch your brand, you can build your business, and you can start changing your lives. That is absolutely what we want on the call. That's what Ann and Tracy want. That's what Rich wants. That's what all of us want here. So I want to thank Ann and Tracy, and I want to let Rich put his finger up and stop me from talking first.
Okay, so we just got a couple of questions I just quickly want to answer for you. I joined ASMX last week. Can I still get the same bonuses? Yes, you can. If you joined 4 days ago, 3 days ago, a week ago, it doesn't matter. Since we've opened the doors basically on the 10th, you're going to get all these bonuses, right? It's not just for people on this call. The other one was, let me have a look at this. Is it possible for my husband and I to sign up for ASMX as a couple? Absolutely. There's no problem with that whatsoever. You will only, however, get 1 login, but if you are married and live together, then that shouldn't be an issue. And I want to give a big shout out to Bryn Jacoby. Hey, Bryn. Awesome to see you. And lastly, Michelle, this is for Ann. And Michelle says, can you pass her some coconut water? I don't know if that's some kind of special code, but I did want to bring that up. And just before Mike closes, one last thing about the mentors. So one of the most important things you need to grasp about the mentors is most of them, or a lot of them, have been doing this for like 4.5, 5 years with us. So they've got 4.5, 5 years of experience, not only of running their own business, but helping literally thousands of other members run their businesses. So they've seen literally everything. So any problem you might have and you ask about, the mentors are going to be able to answer because they've got so much experience helping people go through this business. So I just wanted to make that clear so you understood how powerful it is to have those 2 private calls with a mentor.
We've never offered this type of bonus for every single person joining ASM. There's been times where, on a special webinar, a special live call, we know we have a limited amount of resources as far as people go to do things. We'll offer it for, maybe a few 50 people on a call. We've never offered this to anyone joining ASMX. Like we've never done that before. So this is really an incredible bonus. We may never do it again. I honestly don't know because we may realize we don't have enough. We may all be busy. We may be taking calls. You may be taking calls. By the way, Rich's title is Chief Mentor. So he is a mentor as well, but he's the chief mentor. We call him the chief. So he's the one who really keeps everyone. He makes sure that all the mentors are, one, happy. I mean, we got to make sure we don't overwork them as well because they have their own lives and everything.
Checking their faces to make sure they're both happy.
Make sure they're happy. Like he helps us coordinate, when mentors go on vacation, and we still have coverage for that too. Does an amazing job of that. He helps find new mentors. The other mentors find new mentors. He just does an amazing job of keeping the mentors.
Wait, we get vacations?
I was going to say, Mike, what are you saying? They don't get vacations.
Sorry about that. Shouldn't have mentioned that.
He keeps misspeaking, and you should know that by now.
So again, I want to thank Ann, Tracy. Thank you guys so much for everything that you do, not just for joining us on this call, but for being mentors, giving your time freely. Like, even though we're talking about, we have to pay them for their time during these launches and this coaching, the rest of the time, they're doing this for free out of the goodness of their heart. And I mean that. These guys have as big a hearts as anyone you'll ever find. They do most of the year round. They're doing this completely for free just to help people like you and us and everyone else to change their lives and build businesses. That's how amazing they are. And that's how incredible this offer is, that you will be able to get 2 free coaching calls with one of our ASM mentors. So we're going to close this out here. This offer is available only till Friday night at midnight Pacific time. If you do not join up with ASMX by that time, you will not be able to get these bonuses. I truly hope to see you inside of ASM, and I hope to see you start changing your life and succeeding and just going crazy with this business like so many other people have. So thanks so much, and we will see you on the inside of ASM.